you have famously been quoted as calling our experiences battlefield with no enemies.
Mm.
You know, when brothers come in, they come into Liberty, they come into Cochise Stronghold to do the work, and they enter that battlefield. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, there's this from my own experience of just stepping into EMX and convergence as a participant at first. I could feel like there's this anticipation to the space as we enter into ceremony, and there's the whole group of men there, and it felt like we were preparing for some type of battle in a sense. There's like a thickness in the air. And when I first got into the work with you guys, I had my projections placed on other men in the space, and um, I thought like certain people were, um, you know, kind of calling me out in a certain type of way, and as I navigated that space, I realized it's just that it's like an internal battle with my own self, with my own ego, with my own projections, my own shadows, and all the men in the space are actually just mirrors reflecting back to me. So through navigating that portal, I realized that all these brothers were here on the same team, and they were there to support me within that own internal struggle that I was moving through. And so I realized like we're all allies in that space actually. But when first stepping into it, it feels like there's some enemies around. And yeah, I think that quality of energy of just speaking to a battlefield with no enemies is a beautiful way to kind of encapsulate my experience of that.
Yeah, and have you been able to integrate some of that initial judgment? You know, as our brother Shem says, like, who is it that is in me judging me? So when you're kind of projecting onto those men, um, over time, have you been able to like go inside yourself and work on that inner critic?
Yeah, definitely. That's one of the qualities that actually came through last night. In my men's group, we were kind of talking about this voice of the inner critic, and I was just reflecting on how kind that voice has become over the years of just continually diving deeper and deeper into this work. Um, really bringing a deeper awareness to that and an acceptance of that, and yeah, it's really began to progress through my journey of um, my soul embodiment through this type of work. So now the voice is much kinder now in those spaces, and there is very few projections these days. There's still always a couple.
Yeah.
It's not like they're not like gone, right? And they'll come back and they test me. There's like it's further refinement each time, but it's not like mayhem like the first time I stepped onto the battlefield.
Yeah, man, we become more resilient with time and with battles. We become more
Mhm.
time tested.